San Diego.
Where is Chucky Lozano, Tony? Where is he?
Chucky Lozano? Chucky Lozano. Breaking news: Chucky Lozano is not, away from social media because he congratulated the team right after, saying, "Hey, good job, guys." Chivas holding his Chivas merchandise because there was an interview not too long ago with Faitelson and Chucky Lozano.
We were there that day. We sat behind Faitelson.
We did sit behind Faitelson.
And in it, he was Lozano was talking
tweets
about
like this.
Like an old dude.
Yeah.
So
he is an old dude.
He is. In this interview, he kind of goes into a lot of different things, why moving, like his history and his ambition to, come back into the national team and
tweet that phone.
Do all that stuff. And so in it too, he's talking about like, hey, the future. Would you join a Chivas? Would you join a America team? Would you? And he's like, America es el más grande de Mexico. Blah 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 blah. Wishiwa. Guti, his best friend, who was set to join San Diego FC, but there was some negotiations that broke down between Chivas and San Diego FC. Nothing to do with Guti himself. Actually tweeted and is like, "Hey, pues vente para acá, come over here to Chivas." Like, but is this the reason why he's not there?
No, I don't. I think there's a complete non-thing. Things happen like this in interviews, especially Faitelson. Always talking about something crazy with Faitelson, especially. He's a great, I think, broadcaster, and it's always entertaining to watch him. But the interview, it's a lot of just non-answers from Chucky Lozano, honestly. Yeah. But for him to not show up, I think we might have been able to predict this had we been paying attention to all of the information available to us. If you
and social media
and social media, I think I was listening back to the Section 1904, their podcast, and Darren Smith, who is the radio host, the radio broadcaster, play-by-play, sometimes analyst. He kind of was hinting at this all on that Friday show and was saying like, Mal Pellegrino, the winger, and also was talking about something that you guys were talking about on the Chromaniacs of that we learned during the midweek availability with Mal Pellegrino, where he kind of stopped the press conference. It was like, I'm not a 9, guys.
Yeah,
I'm a winger.
Yeah,
and it's something that's was enlightening for Pellegrino to say, and just immediately outwardly be like, "Hey, man, I don't really like playing the 9 position." He basically said, and we all criticized him for that. We all said he's not looked very good in the 9 spot, but now he's in the winger position on the left wing, Chucky Lozano's position, and he's been fantastic. Has he been better than Chucky Lozano?
I mean, in terms of the time and now the time that he spent there, no. As of recently, yes, he's been better than Chucky Lozano. Chucky Lozano's downfall started with that game against what was it? Wasn't Houston? The game before Houston, where Chucky Lozano was 1-on-1, and he tried to go ahead and lob the keeper, and
was it Portland? Missed. At home? Was it at home or?
It was the last home game.
It was the last home game. Who's the last home game? Oh my goodness.
San Jose.
San Jose. Yeah. Against San Jose.
Yeah.
And since that moment against San Jose here in the last home game, Chucky Lozano just kind of brought himself and the team down because of his frustration. He was trying to force the ball through that left side, trying to find a way through the middle. It just wasn't happening. That frustration kind of crept into the rest of the team. And you can see that, the team wasn't firing on all cylinders. This is a team where if there's one finicky thing, like it's like a car. It's like a sports car. Like you have a sports car that runs perfectly. Oh man, what a machine. But if you don't do the oil change, or if there's something slightly off, it's going to do a rattle. It's not going to run efficiently and perform 100%. This is what San Diego FC is. It's a really nice sports car in an MLS, and it needs everything to be perfect. Chucky Lozano then goes over to Houston, gets subbed out at halftime for Pellegrino. Pellegrino immediately makes an impact, earns a penalty, assist goal. Next game, Pellegrino starts here now on decision day for San Diego FC. The first decision day, the first ever last game of the regular season for San Diego FC. We've made it to the end, and Chucky Lozano is nowhere near Portland. He is not on the starting 11. He is not on the lineup. But in all of that, that's not the biggest story. The biggest story is that San Diego FC clinched.
Yeah.
first place.
That should be the
And
lead
that
story.
is
And
the
I think
lead
we did
story.
start that. We started with that in
So
the grade of the week. And
let's
goal
make
of the
sure that we start with by giving the flowers and giving everybody's respect that's definitely earned. Front office, CEO, with Tom Penn, Tyler Heath, sporting director, Mikey Varas, the human performance team, the groundskeeper, again, marketing team, like every down to the last person that's employed through San Diego FC, the supporters that have been there. Like, this was a collective effort, and they've earned every ounce of the first place in the West. And any doubters, whether they're here, whether they're the experts in MLS that were putting them in 15th, the whole time we were all like,
we
I
all
don't know.
doubted. We were like, I have no idea. We have no idea. I think it's fair.
Idea.
It's
no clue.
It's unfair to get truly upset at any sort of like professional analysis or people that had predictions, just because it's an unknown. No one knows what the team's going to be like. It's completely brand new, and they performed at an unreal level all season, and they kept it up all season, which was really impressive. And I think they deserve all of the flowers for doing that.
They're changing the game. Like,
they really are.
I think this eventually, if this success continues for San Diego FC, it's only a matter of time before another team tries to adapt Right to Dream as well and approaches and says, hey, like, let's do something here. That'll be something cool to see as well. I mean, we've asked Don Garber that, and he didn't rule that out either. So if it's as successful as it is, then there's a future with Right to Dream in MLS and other clubs as well. But yeah, like this starting 11, again, with Luca de la Torre on the bench because he hasn't been performing at the level maybe of being a starter.
Esteban said it. Has Valakari won the starting position? I think so.
Valakari has been a
sure.
starter.
Like, for sure.
Yeah, it's within Godoy or de la Torre at this point. And again, with de la Torre, you go and think, okay, well, he kind of did the same thing with Milani Losky, a player on loan, and his future wasn't for sure going to be with San Diego FC. Oh, well, I'm not going to play him. Same thing we look at La Torre right now. Those negotiations are up there with Celta Vigo about they don't want to do the buy option. They want to probably sign him a lot cheaper. His contract expires at the end of the season for Celta Vigo. And then maybe they can get him as a free agent. So Mike is probably thinking, okay, well, future of this team, he's not playing that well right now. I'm not going to start him either. And it sucks because he dropped form out of nowhere too.
It's crazy to be having these like future conversations, in my opinion, like especially so late in the season. Like, you got to be trying to win every single game,
and they did
when you're in the playoffs. And they did do that. Maybe I think that's probably more of the reason why you don't start Luca de la Torre, just because he hasn't been in form as much as Valakari and Godoy, and Yepe is never leaving his starting position. But yeah, I think Luca definitely looks really good as a substitute too.
Yeah, so Valakari, the epitome of his best ability is availability. Along with Honors Dreyer, Oni Valakari is the only player on San Diego FC to play every single game. Honors Dreyer started every single game. That's the difference between those two. But those are pretty much some of the most important players this season, because Valakari was your ultimate, young Hirving Solarte. I don't know if that makes sense for you, right? Like, just
that team never was top of the West.
The player, the human being, the player. You can put him anywhere on the field.
I see him walking around all the time. He still lives in the area.
Oh, yeah, he does. Shout out to him. But this player, you can plug and play anywhere you want. But at the end of the day, Sverskov, Dreyer, Valakari, these are your players that you're starting to build into this starting 11 that you're going to go into battle in the playoffs. And the fact that Chucky Lozano isn't being factored in here isn't a big issue. I'm fine with it, because guess what? It's working.
Can I also throw in the fact too that Manu Duas probably and Chris McVeigh are some of those most important pieces of that back line now. Shout out to Mikey Varas and the coaching staff for, I think they knew the talent that Manu Dua had. He kind of forcibly had to become a center back because of injuries, and he's an excellent center back. Like, I don't know if there's a future in him as a 6 or San Diego FC, but he's man.
Dude, I wish
his center back with that quality, like with that midfield mentality, is insane, and he's probably the most important defender on that back line. I would even put him above Bombino right now. Just Bombino has done it longer in the season, but I think Manu Dua is more talented.
Yeah, I mean the ceiling is incredible for these players, but guess what? Don't get used to them because they're probably going to get sold very soon. That's kind of the model of here. But you have them this season.
You're going to keep them through the playoffs.
You'll 100%. You'll keep them through the playoffs. But all right, let's go ahead and talk about the decision day. This is the mechanic, as Mikey Vadas called a goal zone, the red zone of soccer, which he doesn't partake. He just does. He told us or told you, Abe, that he doesn't like hearing the scores and matches of anything else going on, and that's true to inform to what he says. So, starting 11, CJ Dos Santos, and again, in your mind, you're 1 week away from your first playoff appearance. This has to be 90-ish% your starting 11.
Yeah,
he's earned it. CJ Dos Santos has definitely earned that starting position. You have Luca Bombino, Manu Dua, who we were just mentioning, Chris McVeigh in the center back position, and then Harangi with right back position. If there's one spot outside of the number 9, that's the biggest question, is that right back spot. Willy Kumado also comes in as a substitute later on because there was an injury. Kumado goes down. So, atención. Ojo. That midfield.
That right back position is cursed, man.
Yeah. Godoy, Sverskov, and Valakari. Over on the left wing, we talked about Pellegrino and Baird making that start up top in the 9. And the talisman, the number 10, Anders Dreyer, who I saw the Real Swing of Fire say, Anders Dreyer is way better than Chino Huerta. Thank you, Anderlecht.
I don't know. Chino Huerta's like 22.
He's 26.
Yeah.
This is like prime.
He's still younger.
Oh, he's getting into prime.
Younger.
But
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
so if you had to choose right this second, I think I would probably choose Andre Dreyer.
Yeah, probably.
Gustavo was saying, kind of wish we had Lofelson back. Yeah, I mean,
he was pretty good.
He was all right. He was
started
decent.
that first ever match in SanDiego FC history.
The Jake Finlinson of
Do you think they would potentially, if Patty McNair was available, would they put Chris McVeigh in that?
They have.
In that right back? They've done it before.
And he's done excellent.
Would you like that instead of Harangi? I think Harangi had a pretty.
I think right now the move would be Ian Pilcher on the left and then Bombino on the right back.
Yeah, and then second half you switch it with Punisher. But all right, so this all games happening at once.
Franco Negri. For those that don't know the nickname.
I'm sorry, Franco Negri. Synthetic field. It starts out dry. The night goes in. It starts pouring rain. Classic. This is the in MLS the version of can they do it on a cold rainy night in Stoke City? Can they do it on a cold rainy night
at Providence Park?
In Providence Park,
one of the coolest stadiums in MLS, I will say,
and NWSL.
They kept up the sign for Christine Sinclair, unlike what they do here at Snapdragon Stadium
with the Morgan jersey. They take it down.
That's because it's their stadium. It's not a college.
It's
stadium.
not borrowed. I can actually probably find it on EAFC.
Providence Park.
I don't have to go to Madden to find Snapdragon Stadium. That's
you only in NCAA, right?
NCAA. Yeah. The college 26. Which frustrates me to no end. Like the model's there, guys. Like, why not use it? But in any case, SanDiego FC playing a classic SanDiego FC game, top to bottom. I think this is one of the most complete games that they've played. And boom, guess what? No problem. Pellegrino.
Amal Pellegrino loving life in San Diego.
Can we talk about the miss he had like maybe 5-10 minutes before that as well? Like he's in good form, but come on, don't give me that. Oh, he's an excellent winger. Like he's the best winger SanDiego has had. Like he's an okay winger. Like he's getting the job done.
Look, he's getting the ball in the middle in the 9 position. Like he's not a 9.
He's not a finisher.
He's not a 9. He's
not a finisher. He scored.
He told us he's not a 9.
Any soccer player can make that finish as well.
There's literally
Chucky didn't make that finish in a lot of these games. I'm being completely honest.
How many goals does Chucky have this season? Compared to Pellegrino.
How many minutes?
Ooh.
To be fair, Pellegrino, if he was good enough, he'd probably get minutes in San Jose.
I mean, that's sometimes Bruce Arena, especially, like if he just doesn't like you, he just doesn't like you, and you're not going to get playing time. And honestly, he's not an attractive looking winger with a lanky play style. I always come up with hundreds and dozens of Photoshops that just never get used, but I'm not a 9. You recognize the reference?
Yeah.
Do you get the reference?
I'm not a rapper.
There you go. All right. So
Okay.
thank you for wanting to bring down the mood after Pellegrino scored.
What
was that about?
Him
like,
missing it right before.
Can't we go back? Like,
no, he had a great game in this game, dude.
Yeah. I agree. But
so negative.
No one has a perfect
it's
game.
because Tony, you're
not gonna have
you're
3
making
goals
it
a
sound.
game.
You made it sound like if Chucky's available, you would prefer to have Pellegrino over Chucky in the playoff game.
At
there's
this moment,
no way you would want to have Pellegrino over Chucky in the playoff game on Sunday.
If you're in the chat,
there's
please
absolutely no
who
way.
do you start this upcoming Sunday? Because the game is on Sunday, by the way. Check
10
your
out
local
of 10
listings.
times you start Chucky over Pellegrino. Come on.
then why did he not even travel with the team?
Oh, because he probably. Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
Ooh.
There's something going on there because he was in that Houston game taken out in the 45th minute, not because of fitness, not because of injury, not because of whatever. It was a tactical decision, right? And then the team went on to win in that game in Houston.
Real Swinging Fire agrees with you.
I still, honestly, probably, if I had the lineup sheet in front of me right now, I'm penciling in Chucky Lozano.
I'll tell you
Everybody
this.
says
I'll tell
Chucky.
you this. If somebody has the balls to start Pellegrino over Chucky, it's Mikey Varas.
Yeah.
I will tell you that right now.
And guess what? He has.
He probably will.
He had the gall to put Chucky Lozano on the bench and ice him at halftime and said, sit down. This is how we play here. Put Amal Pellegrino, said, go. And he got a penalty, assist, and a goal. I mean, it's the hot hand situation, right? Like,
it's the right to dream style over any name in the team.
You're supposed to plug and play. And they're plugging and playing.
And I remember at the beginning of the season, all that we heard from other MLS teams and fans and people that covered the sport is as the DPs go, so does your team go. And I don't think that's been entirely the case. Obviously, Anders Dreyer, DP, unreal. This team's nowhere without Anders Dreyer.
Nowhere.
But
I'll tell you what, though, that stadium, sorry to cut you off, that stadium fills up because of Chucky still.
Yeah, I think that's completely true
that's
as
a
well.
marketing thing.
He probably has the most jerseys sold for SanDiego.FC, but I don't think that goes into Mikey Varas' decision come Sunday. I think it's going to be completely based on who's performing at the highest level right now. And because Chucky hasn't started in a little bit now for SanDiego.FC, I would not be surprised at all if Chucky Lozano comes on in the 60th minute or the 45th minute. And also, 3-game series.
3-game
you
series.
could completely give up on a game after the first half.
Yeah. If it's 3-0 in the first half and you're not and you're down, all right. Guess what? We don't have to try anymore. We're better on the road anyways. All right. We'll just beat you on the way back, hopefully.
And then lose at home again.
Well,
shit.
Well,
if there's something we know about San Diego sports, they like to lose in the first round. I mean, facts,
I'm gonna have your Dodger ass out of here. All right?
I'm not a Dodger fan. I don't like baseball, but it happened to Loyo. It's happened to Wave.
Do you think Chucky plays out of his contract with SDFC?
The Wave didn't lose in the first.
I don't think he's
Wave
going
have never
anywhere.
lost in the first round of the playoffs, have they?
Mm,
No, they beat Chicago. They skipped the
Went to
first
Portland.
round.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when they
But
skipped the
Padres,
first
yeah.
round, they lost in their first.
The
game.
San Diego
Wow.
Sockers are
Seattle.
16-time champions.
Wow. Extraordinary touch. Even better finish, Max.
Honors Dreyer with that goal. Again, just
Had the assist
having
for
an
Pellegrino in
unreal
the first
season.
half, and he just hits this ball clean.
Assisted by Pellegrino.
yeah. I feel bad for the goalkeeper there too.
I don't.
It's
You
such
don't-
a
I don't.
banger of a
Like,
goal,
that's-
dude.
Like, as a goalkeeper, it's one of those
You
shots.
clap at those, man. Come on.
You don't clap at it, but you give it the respect of diving for the picture. Like that as goalkeepers, like, we make fun of each other because, like, oh, you just dove for the picture because you look awesome, kind of taking flight. Boom.
It's just the way it just se abre la pelota. Like, it's one thing when the shot curls
Incredible.
in, but when it just curves out like that, it's freaking sick, man. I wish.
Philippe says, Chiva, go
I
back to
wish.
Japan with your back. Yeah.
I
what?
wish.
Isn't
Man.
Japan about like, hey, like the Shintoism aspect of it and just kind of like, hey, like just be nice and be respectful.
I'm
and
being
be
nice.
You went. Hey, let's go back and watch Pellegrino's miss.
I mean, I think it's important to acknowledge it if we're going
Agreed.
in chronological order.
Agreed.
Isn't that
Agreed.
the
That's
epitome of
fine.
this podcast when we're watching the highlights and talking about the game? We talk about everything from start to ending.
2-goal performance.
Yeah, sure. We do. 100%. That's right.
But anyways, let's see this Dreyer golazo again.
Yeah, we already saw it. There is another golazo for San Diego FC, and again a complete game because look, pickpocketed, a great pass through ball. Oni Valacari once again, Dreyer 1-on-1 as delicious.
Messy chip.
I want to hear him say it again.
Crisis of confidence, a turnover in the midfield, a ball played through. Where are the defenders? You got 3 of them, and no one is
near.
Valacari taking notes from Yepe on those through balls.
Yeah, that's what was supposed to happen. Yepes Verskov starts rubbing off in his style and right to dream aspect, and now at this point it's a well-oiled machine. It should have happened a little bit with Invarson had he been healthy, but I can't imagine this team if Invarson had been healthy. Actually, like this team would have been even better.
Maybe they forced them to be a little bit more creative though, and they kind of needed that to be able to try different things out and see how it all worked out.
What hasn't this team tried this season?
Would they have tried as much if Ingvartsen was available? I think Ingvartsen would be starting like no matter what if he was available. At all times.
Not with Mikey. Like Mikey, if you're not performing, you're getting benched. That has been the motto by Mikey all season, and he's stuck by it.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Chucky didn't even travel to this game, so you got a point there.
All right. and the one time I was in Japan camp, I like that. But yeah, so SDFC just kept marching on, and they played a really good game. Again, they earned a clean sheet. They still earned a clean sheet. And guess what? There he is. Didn't miss that one, Chiva.
He did not. What a great pass by Jeppe.
An excellent pass. A big target to just test down.
I mean, he looked like a 9 there.
Pellegrino has the grace of a baby giraffe.
Pellegrino's getting hot right before playoffs, and that's a good thing for San Diego FC. Like, you know, players that are performing the best are going to play, and when you get hot like this right before playoffs, it's only the best thing that could happen. And, you know, start Pellegrino over Chucky. There's no way.
I mean, everybody's defending and saying, hey, Chucky deserves a start, and he's going to get the start. And
it has to be. Like, if it's...
Maybe we should like do our own we think should be the starting lineup.
I'm down for that. I asked you guys in the press box, and I'll ask the chat right now too. But you guys told me the answer for you guys would be Valacari. Who would you buy right now out of their contract, Valacari or Luca de la Torre? And Abe, you told me Valacari for one particular reason that I found very interesting, which was
he's handsome.
I think it was because he was a lot less expensive than Luca de la Torre.
Mm-hmm.
So I think probably keeping him long term would be the more affordable option and giving you the ability to maybe sign someone up at the top or another offensive option. And Valacari's such a versatile player as well that I think it's important to keep a player like that that's willing to move all around the pitch and play in so many different positions. Luca de la Torre, obviously very good player, but I think we've seen his play I don't want to say decreased but it's just not been as great. Like he came in firing on all cylinders, and I think definitely had a little bit of a slowdown in the middle of the season, right? And then right now it's kind of looked not great, but I think he looks great as a substitute though. Like he brings a lot of energy into the team.
I think we're at a point in the season for San Diego FC and where if they're finding talented players, I think people are over the fact that get more San Diego based players.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Like not every
Just
single player.
Go get CJ Fodry. Why not? That kid filled out.
That would be a good signing for San Diego FC, man. A good backup striker like that.
Shout out to those who are joining us here on Instagram. We don't really venture much into the comments because it doesn't sync with our program. CSLD Construction Pellegrino's on the on right now. Keep playing him. Hey, don't bring that bad juju to SDFC. I feel like it's been he's been more consistent, and yeah, he would choose Valakari over that. So thank you everybody for joining us. The Osider saying, hey, tailgate this Sunday. The tailgate's going to be insane for sure this upcoming weekend.
Hey, calmados,
but
it's the Lord's Day.
Also, Gustavo has been contributing here in the chat as well, saying, hey, we should all want our players to be hot. Yeah, including Pellegrino and including Chucky. And I think that's the biggest thing. Make Mikey Varas's job harder.
Yeah.
That's what every single player should be doing. And whatever happened with Chucky is one of these things where you made that decision easy for him.
What happened?
Well, let's get through this game first.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get through this game first. Because again, there's more goals. Pellegrino having a great time with his teammates. We'll hear from head coach Mikey Varas here and the post match, along with captain Yepes Verskov. But nothing, nada pescadito, nada from Portland, who just wasn't able to find their form here at the end of the season. They still make playoffs, but it's kind of like a mishmash of players over the transfer window. They brought new pieces that didn't really finalize and gelling together. They sold some pieces here, but there's a real chance that after this game that you win 4-0, that you're going to face Portland a second, third, and fourth time. This could have been 5-0, 6-0, a great couple of interventions from the goalkeeper for Portland. But speaking of goalkeepers, there's one goalkeeper that San Diego FC has to be thanking and sending flowers to. It's FC Dallas's goalkeeper for his performance against Vancouver Whitecaps. Go watch some highlights of that. Vancouver Whitecaps got a red card, but they were still pressing, and they lost against FC Dallas. And I want to say grade of the week for San Diego FC. Has to be the goalkeeping locker room of FC Dallas, which includes San Diego FC former goalkeeper Jacob Jackson. So,
oh wow,
look at that! Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's funny because
there are former San Diego FC players.
Yeah, and Dallas is going to be facing off against Vancouver as well, who they just beat. So
they get to face them back to back. And Vancouver, le trae ganas. I mean, Vancouver was red hot.
You know, Thomas Mueller's about to score a hat trick in one of those games for sure.
All right, so look at La Torre saying some people here. Hey, look, there's people. Don't worry, Philippe. Wow, I bought Look at La Torre jersey, but if I didn't, I'd be voting for Valakari. Well, guess what? There's people out there who are even more unfortunate and have a number 32, Milan Iloski.
I think the store can cross out the name and number for you and put a new one.
That's knowing MLS and Martin, they're gonna want to wet their beak a second time. You go buy a new jersey. But yeah, so something's going on maybe with Luca de la Torre, but Valakari is there. It's not a bad substitute to have in the second half, is Luca de la Torre. So he opens things creatively as well. And yeah, but players are potentially battling to be here for next year. And
that's a great point by Esteban. I think
100%.
they're always thinking about these things of who are they going to keep for next season, which players might want to leave or feel like, hey, you know what, if I didn't earn a starting spot here with San Diego FC, maybe they'll have the option or ability or want to go find a starting spot somewhere else. So it's always a lot of things happening at all times in a soccer season, but especially right now at the end of the season, you have a lot of that really pushing hard to perform at the highest level to prove that you deserve a spot.
Just that like that. I this is one of the ones because we were watching this in the press box for the San Diego Wave game, and I nudged Chief. I'm like, Pato, this stop like is so good. And then he saw that and he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, keep watching. Oh, sorry. That's beautiful goalkeeping. But it wasn't enough. 4 did go in for San Diego FC, and look, they did it. Like Cayeron Hocicos, they shut mouths up. They shut everybody who had any sort of a doubt in their ability. Another great stop here by CJ Dos Santos in a short, very close, and a well shot free kick. Talk about great goalkeeping, just the ability to get down there so quickly. He's also improved a lot, but it's one of those points of focus where I think the opposing teams are going to focus on CJ Dos Santos pressing him on the ball, that number 9 position for San Diego FC, the right back position for San Diego FC. San Diego FC isn't coming into playoffs, without their scratches and their dings, because You know, it's been a long season. Season started in February. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane that it started earlier. I got my De Bruyne jersey ahead of time. So
They
it could
faced
be
each other
worse.
in Coachella too, right?
Who?
San Diego FC in Portland.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many? We got to do the math on how many times they faced each other. It would have been 2 times this season, 1 time in Portland,
Uh-huh.
and now potentially 3 more times,
Or just 2.
or 2. Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing, man.
He transaction me to
Players.
pick up the
Would you?
supporter shield jersey.
Yeah, I think we all
Yeah,
would
what is-
prefer.
Oh boy.
That's funny. We would all prefer either 2 games between the side aggregate score, and 3-game sample.
There was a
crazy.
good question that Shiva asked about this playoff situation. Because what happens, like, if every single game in the first round, the series of 3, if every single game is only 2 games, do they move up the next round, or they just now have an extra long
that
break?
November
No.
9th week.
It's an extra long break.
Ugh, that's
That's why.
disgusting. Gosh.
Apple owns all the broadcast stuff, but I think it would just mess with the calendar of it all. So
You don't think they would lose money?
No. They if they want the most money, they basically force game 3 no matter what. Well, I'm sure there will be a couple game 3s around MLS.
But what if there's not?
But that would be quite funny, honestly.
That'd be hilarious.
I'll tell you why. Because there's still an international break, anyways. They
Yeah.
would still keep it
They would
the
still
same.
Yeah. So for
So
San
just
Diego,
extra long international break.
San Diego FC playoff round 1 at home, October 24th.
October 26th.
26th, excuse me.
Sunday.
This is an old graphic. Guys, this is directly from the club. Guys, what are we doing?
They
They have the
they
wrong
posted
dates.
another one. No, they have the right ones.
Oh, look at that. Little synergy. Oh,
Finally.
that's
They've
nice.
done it a couple times.
They've done it a couple times. Look. Mira. Oh, they posted. They're playing nice. Also underrated. If I was to give a comeback player of the year this season, if I was
Come
to
back
give-
from what? Like from being just bad at the beginning? Because like there was no season last year, so that's
Abe, my guy, relax. Comeback player of the year for sure. Right now, sign it off. Is Snapdragon's pitch.
if we're talking comeback
Okay.
of the
Comeback.
if we're
Comeback
doing that,
player
I know
of
we
the
would have done
year.
that. I was planning on voting them for most improved at the SanDiego.Futbol awards at the end of the year.
They might get it.
They completely deserve that. The field, the pitch has looked great all season. It looked great this weekend. It looks pretty good during San Diego State Aztecs games as well. The grow lights working, whatever they're doing on the field, grass stuff that we don't really know about just because it is truly a science. Like they're looking at it, they're doing tests on it, things of that nature. It's been great. Yeah. So yeah, you can call it comeback.
Yeah, no,
It's not a
100%. No,
player. It is a player. It's part of the game.
It's a comeback because again, at this point last year, San Diego Wave canceled their final game because the pitch was incredibly disrespectful to the sport of soccer.
Yeah.
But all right, here we go. Game 1, October 26th, against either Portland or a returning San Diego Loyal former head coach, the last head coach of San Diego Loyal, now assistant coach at Real Salt Lake.
He's coached at Snapdragon Stadium before.
He has coached and gotten his ass whooped by Borussia Dortmund by
He
Marco
also
Reus.
lost in the first round of playoffs.
He also lost in the first round of playoffs. But the great, powerful friend of the pod, Nate Miller, who was the final head coach of San Diego Loyal, now assistant, could potentially come back to Snapdragon and face the team that effectively kicked them out of San Diego. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty crazy.
That's
Both
stories are good stories, I think.
yes, or the Portland Timbers, and you can see them 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and I don't know. Like I don't know what to expect out of a
If
series
you're
of
San
3.
Diego FC, who do you want?
I think you performed a lot better against Portland than you have Salt Lake, right? Like I remember there was
Salt Lake beat you in your home.
yeah.
Diego Luna is still a player that can
Haunts.
cause damage, you know. So I mean, if I'm San Diego FC, I just beat Portland 4-0. I want Portland again.
Yeah, I think I agree. Portland didn't look too great against San Diego, and then that's got to be in the back of their mind entering a playoff series where it's like we couldn't. It was a 0-0 game back in the summer, and then just recently at home for Portland, they couldn't score a single goal in the rain too, which they should probably have the advantage there.
This is a very interesting comment. Good thing SDSU is playing away this week.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing away. What would have happened if they played home on Sunday? The game would have had to be on Saturday or probably the Monday after the Sunday.
No, it would have been that Sunday because usually they play on
Football
Saturdays.
doesn't play on Sunday.
Okay,
College football.
true.
Yeah.
Never mind. My point's off the table.
Correct.
But they thought about this though. It seems like to me like the calendar was worked out really well for both San Diego FC and San Diego Wave and San Diego State. Like they all collaborated before it was all released and seemed to have decided upon what is most fair for all teams. And SDSU knowing to not be in San Diego around this time seems to have worked out because I think I tried to look at the calendar too, thinking like, oh, maybe in the future they might end up there, and I don't even think that's possible unless San Diego Wave hosts like the semifinal, I think, which is very unlikely.
Yeah.
So it's all the calendar stuff has been worked out pretty perfectly on all San Diego sports teams.
Yeah. It's above my pay grade.
Priorities to SDSU, then San Diego FC, and then Wave.
But it's worked out though. The pitch is worked out.
But that's how the priority goes.
I know we all thought it was going to be an issue. There might be some things. San Diego Wave going to have to cancel stuff, and it's worked out perfectly.
Well, talking about a little bit of again what the consequences of this match were against Portland. Now you have a bracket with one of these two scenarios. If you're in waiting for either Portland or Real Salt Lake, let's look at this pathway towards a potential, what is it, MLS Cup.
They don't pay. Audi doesn't pay us. Audi gives us a car, then we will gladly call it the Audi MLS Cup.
That's why I'm trying to help.
I don't think
help
Audi
our boy out. The Audi 2020, presented by Direct.
You know what I really like that Liga MX does that like other leagues, or I mean, I'm pretty sure MLS doesn't do.
What's up?
Is say like San Diego advances, right? They're gonna play Minnesota or Seattle, correct? Based on this bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Liga MX, if say San Diego passes, but then Austin beats LAFC, Austin would play San Diego FC. So the higher seed would play the lowest seed no matter what.
Yeah, no.
It looks cool. I think I kind of like that as an idea too, but at the same time, this is just how tournaments work. I guess in America.
Yeah, I like play it where it lands. Like that's where you are. You play it as is. This is where you earned your way into this tournament now. That is playoffs. It's best out of three. Again,
let's fill it out. Let's fill it out, guys.
Let's fill it out. If you watch or follow any MLS media content, you'll see the same script being read by like what's his name, Sasha, the MLS Espanol. Like, it's MLS bracket fill time. I'm here filling my bracket with and then they go into their little explanation. But all right, San Diego FC versus either Portland or Real Salt Lake. They should win this match, regardless of who it is. This series,
San Diego should be advancing.
On paper, be advancing. Abe?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So then we go down Minnesota versus Seattle. Seattle.
Six Fun and Soccer asking, it's not reseeded?
I don't think they don't reseed.
If it's not,
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think American sports reseed. Yeah.
Minnesota versus Seattle. I would probably think Minnesota wins that game.
I'm gonna go with Seattle
team. Oh,
Seattle, current reigning defending CONCACAF champions, beating Lionel Messi, already having silverware this season.
Was it CONCACAF champions or Leagues Cup?
Leagues Cup. Esa madre.
Yeah,
I'm thinking CONCACAF champions.
Shout out to San Diego FC. That win, they also qualify for the CONCACAF champions.
Yeah, CONCACAF champions. Look at that.
Don't think we forgot.
That's actually pretty big.
It's very big. So that's a huge win for San Diego FC. I do think Seattle beat Minnesota.
Okay. I can see a pathway for that.
I think I see Minnesota.
Okay. I say Seattle too. Just I think legacy team in playoffs. They kind of just turn it on. Aunque champion was Pachuca. Quién sabe, güey. Yo no veo porquerías.
I think so, yeah.
LAFC
Yeah,
versus
with-
Austin. LAFC.
Yeah.
The magic of CJ Fodry versus LAFC. The last time he really faced LAFC
yeah.
was as a San Diego Loyal pre-match.
Yeah, Son
I think
Heung-min has
LAFC.
been really finding. I don't want to. I don't want to say that. He's just his Son Heung-min. I don't want to be like, oh, he's finding his like. It's freaking It's Son. Of course,
it's insane because he might leave LAFC during the break to go play in Europe.
The David Beckham rule.
Yeah.
They can go back on loan. My favorite one of those is when Thierry Henry went back to Arsenal. As much as I despise that, just whatever. Arsenal is he went back on loan and he scored on loan. And
Yeah.
that was pretty
I
neat.
will say Austin, man, they can surprise, but it's been letdowns.
it's a 3-game series though.
It is a
it's
3-game
Like a
series.
1-game series,
Letdowns.
maybe I'd be more have more belief in Austin, but 3-game series is tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'll
one.
go with LAFC as well. And then we have Vancouver against Dallas.
No, pues la máquina ganó la Conca Champions. Fue la
Yeah.
super máquina. Gracias, Juan.
I think Vancouver wins it in 2 against Dallas. I think Dallas got very lucky that Vancouver got a red card.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys think for that.
Okay. So then, yeah, Vancouver should win that for sure.
You agree,
Le
Abe?
traen ganas. They want to smash
Yeah.
the face.
Abe agrees. All right. Now we have LAFC against Vancouver.
That's a great.
That's a
game, man.
great
Semifinal.
matchup. One best
2
best.
versus
See,
3.
that's a 1-game series. Why
That's a
is,
one-game
that should be
series.
a 2-game series?
it's
Why, that should
America.
be the long series.
That game would essentially be in Vancouver.
Ooh.
Thomas Mueller against Son.
Dang. That's already spent there in the quarters. Dang.
I think LAFC wins. I think they surpass Vancouver.
Philippe agrees with you. LAFC over Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Boanga's playing pretty nice since Son
Yeah.
came in. Gustavo agrees.
Austin. Oh wait, was it Austin that beat LAFC in the season? Yeah, right. During the midweek.
My God, it's Austin.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did beat LAFC.
From the
as well.
people in LA that have talked to and have met over the past years covering soccer in Southern California, the way they've talking about this LAFC team is just like among the best teams that they've ever covered, which I find kind of surprising just because of how good LAFC has been in years past. So I think LAFC ends up in the Western Conference.
Yeah,
Finals.
Vancouver does have a couple of injuries on their roster, and again, the best team at the end of the season is usually the healthiest. All
Then
right,
we have San Diego FC against. I'm gonna put Seattle there because Tony and I agreed 2 against
Okay.
1. So at San Diego FC against Seattle Sounders. Oh man,
in a one game.
that would be in
one,
San
and
Diego
you're
at
done.
Snapdragon.
Oh, yeah,
Vetter Cup.
Ya valieron más.
Copa Vetter.
La Copa Vetter.
I think people are out on the Vetter Cup.
Yeah,
since
now
the
people-
Chicago
yeah.
thing.
Is this if it's tied, it goes to extra time, or does the higher seed have advantage? Probably thinks we
It's
should
extra
know.
time.
but
It's extra time.
it's extra time.
Esas
Man,
Mexi-
that's such bullshit.
Esas mexicanadas?
Ah.
Gross. No, just if you're playing like, oh my God, like when Champions League did this aggregate, like, oh, away goals count for 2. No, a goal is a goal. Like a goal is 1. That's it.
Soccer saying LA Seattle semifinal, but I mean, again, do they reseed or not? That's the question here.
I think he means like the Western Conference Finals is technically the
Semifinal,
championship
yes.
semifinal.
Gotcha. Dang, he's got Seattle. I got San Diego. I got San Diego beating Seattle. A team they've already beat before as well.
Yes,
Yes,
the MLS playoffs reseed.
We gotta change this whole thing then. That's crazy.
Okay. Do we though?
Bad graphic by San Diego FC then.
Okay, well we had.
Do we trust AI? I don't trust AI. I'm gonna Google this for myself.
Okay, go back to the bracket though. Go back to the bracket.
I'm gonna Google this. This is just for shits and giggles here, guys.
Well, no, if we have to reseed it.
You know, the guy that really loves to talk about predictions and brackets happens to be the guy that also lost. In case lest we forget, I think we haven't mentioned that. This
What are you talking
podcast.
about?
That, ladies and gentlemen,
let's take a small pause.
small pause real quick to remember.
because in remembrance of what we have been doing this whole season is choosing who we think is going to win
I pulled it up.
against San Diego FC.
Yo gané, güey.
And what are you doing?
Ahí dice.
That's, I mean, if you zoom it in, maybe to see your fake news over there. See, these numbers are false. And let's remove
Chivas
Stop
21,
the count. Stop the count.
21.
Stop the count.
Dice Chivas
The stop.
21.
The count stopped. We were all here last week. You were still in Nippon, and you were like, "Oh, like we had the same result, win-win, but you had 2-1. I had 3-2. None of those hit, so I had more points than you. So therefore, the person that has to walk from Snapdragon to Snapdragon Stadium from this here studio." Chiva!
Yeah. Good thing I got my steps in Japan. I'm ready for this 18-mile hike.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a show everyone is gonna want to see. The walk will be the season opener for San Diego FC, whether it's February or early March.
Thank you, Travis Peterson at Punk Rock Paint, for this beautiful graphic.
I will be live.
This is gonna look great on a shirt.
I will be live streaming most of this walk.
Okay.
Whether it's through YouTube, probably on YouTube. So you can tag along there. I will mainly be live streaming this walk for safety purposes. Oh, there's some neighborhoods in San Diego I'll have to walk through, like National City. And
National City.
Watch your mouth.
National City's great.
Watch your mouth. And
might be a little dangerous.
And by the way, this is what Abe made for you.
Yeah, it took you like 20 minutes.
It took me 5 minutes.
20 minutes, dude. That's
and crazy. I was doing it while I was conversating with you guys.
This has made me smile.
You found that picture on Google. I could have sent you one.
It's funnier because it's like low resolution. I think I find it. I'm the guy that likes the memes that are just very low effort, low quality.
But again, this is a much more beautiful graphic.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So you'll be walking approximately a couple of hours on a live stream.
We're potentially gonna be making shirts of this as well. So anybody that would like to buy one of these shirts, you can.
It's coming up.
It's gonna come up. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna take up that firefighter, like
Trevor.
escort, Trevor. I'm gonna take him up on that.
Oh, okay. Well, George is asking for a police escort in some of the good areas.
Tony said he would walk part of it with me. You said you would walk part of it with me.
Yeah, like the end.
Yeah, I said I would
from green lot to the gate.
I said I would walk inside of Nestor.
You do have a Landon Donovan kind of haircut too.
Philippe had one of the funniest comments he's ever said too earlier. I don't know if you saw that.
Comeback of the year is Landon's hairline.
No, he said like he said something about reseeding. Yeah, Landon Donovan's head is reseeding.
That was excellent. We're starring that one. Put a little star
great
next to it.
Like, yeah, shout out Landon Donovan. He's doing his thing. He's joined the media game too. Yeah, I think maybe you probably inspired him a little bit.
I really did. He's competition now.
Hi, Tony. Nice to hear your voice again. It's been
a while. All right. So more on that a little later. Dan White saying, "Hey, maybe we can get a drum escort through Balboa Park or another stretch." I love that. The Sirens also following you. But guess what, Dan? There's also a competition for San Diego Wave.
I'm still alive in that one. So,
and that one means that you would have to attempt to surf a wave.
Yeah, you should do it on the same day
in Imperial Beach. Incredible.
Not Imperial Beach.
So maybe that's
decide Imperial Beach.
Yeah, we all spoke about it.
I'm not getting in that water. That's
disgusting. Well, you better learn how to surf pretty quickly and just be on top of the surfboard then.
That one, there's a chance we tie still, Tony. So.
Donovan going to appear on a Scott's Turf commercial. Now he's the replacement for Turtle Turf. Remember that LT, LaDainian Tomlinson
Did
commercial?
you find if it receipts, Abe?
I'm looking into it right now.
It's gonna take you like 20 minutes too.
Wow. All right. So anyway, let's just finish the exercise for shits and giggles here. So let's say San Diego FC makes it and they're facing up against a Seattle.
Okay, so first thing, too, also in the 3-game series, there's no ties. There's no extra time either. It goes straight to penalty kicks.
Okay.
In the first round?
In the first round, yeah.
Okay.
So if it's at the end of the game, there's no winner, you go to penalty kicks whenever that goes on to advance to them. And
penalty kicks.
Yeah, so then conference semifinals, higher seed. Yeah, no, it's not reseeding at all. It's winner of number 1 versus number 8/9 versus winner of number 4/5. So
all right,
no,
so
no
let's
reseeding.
keep going then.
The AI was wrong.
Yeah,
Damn it, Tony.
AI was wrong.
All right,
Don't
don't
look
trust.
at me.
San
Don't
Diego
trust
FC
the internet,
versus
guys.
LAFC in the Western Conference final.
I trust this guy.
Sometimes low effort things are funny.
Yeah, they are. I eat Chivas predictions this year. I saw water safety permission beach in La Jolla for surfing thing. Water is usually more polluted. Nah, we're gonna dunk them into IB. Don't worry. AI writers for MLS.
Yeah, it's
Maybe I shouldn't trust the MLS
job.
website. Yeah,
it's
you're
coming
right.
for your job.
How about that? All right, so we have San Diego FC versus Seattle Sounders in the quarterfinal. Well, in the
Do we
next
all agree
round.
San Diego beats Seattle?
In a 1-game series, remember what Seattle did to Miami in the League's Cup championship game
against Lionel Messi. Is Dreyer better than Messi, and they can beat him in a 1-game elimination situation?
I personally think that
Soccer says no.
the ugly head of San Diego FC's problems at the striker position come to roost. Chickens come to roost, and Seattle is able to pull out a victory.
Yeah, okay. There's your Pacific Northwest bias coming.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's it's your Oregon.
Seattle and Washington and Oregon people generally don't like each other.
They don't, but when it's them against everybody else, I think they'll unite.
It'll be interesting, but I personally, Vartan might be there too.
He might be there.
Vartan was available off the bench
He was
in this game.
He played. Let's see. Dreyer was he's better than Messi. Okay.
Tranquilo, George.
Well,
Tranquilo.
factually, no. Unfortunately, we're not Miami. We're SanDiego.Futbol Club. All right. So in this situation, that's fine. San Diego FC goes over into the then semifinal of the MLS Cup, which is the Western Conference final against LAFC versus that Whitecaps. So it's San Diego versus LA in an empty stadium because they can't, people can't behave themselves. No. Good point.
That would be a Snapdragon as well.
Will the record be broken by San Diego FC of Snapdragon in the attendance this upcoming playoff
I think they
game?
would. Yeah. Any of these playoff games, I could see them breaking attendance records. It's a big deal. Playoffs are unreal and some of the best things that could happen in all sports. It's exciting.
Invarston did take the captain's armband here at the end. But yeah, I mean, an LAFC San Diego game. All right, let's. We'll use the other side of the bracket next week for the Eastern Conference. Does San Diego FC beat LAFC to then have a chance to become the greatest expansion team by beating the greatest expansion team in playoffs of the modern era? I'll add that because Mikey Vadas himself, his words, puts Chicago Fire over SDFC because they did win it in their inaugural season with 12 teams. I get it, but it's facts. FAX.
That's something that we didn't even bring up. That's something that Mikey Vadas went out of his way to say during the midweek availability. I personally think this. Imagine that LAFC game, how packed and how that'd be insane, man.
Those would be scenes, as the kids say.
You beat LAFC twice, as Philippe said. You looked really good against LAFC in LA as well. I think that first LA game, you were up like, it was what, 4-3 or 3-2?
Yeah.
Remember, that was a weird game. Man, they had a red card. They still played really well in that first LAFC game at home. But I think both San Diego and LA are kind of completely different teams compared to that time of the year. So it's weird, but I might give the edge to San Diego in that one, honestly.
Wow.
Not against Seattle.
Not against Seattle.
No, dude, Seattle, I really believe in Seattle. Seattle's looks really good. LA, But they have more experience in playoffs as well. 1 game sample. You never know.
They are sharper than
It's gonna be weird.
than when they first faced them. That's the thing. Like it wasn't like it was Son Heung-min's first game with LA Galaxy. LAFC. He had been playing with LAFC in away games and playing pretty good. He had actually scored a banger of a free kick the game before he played SDFC. So it's not like they didn't play him at not knowing the names of his teammates kind of thing. But I mean, it'll be interesting. But yeah, Esteban says the Ric Flair to be the best.
Be the best, you have to beat the best.
Woo! Winning it all. So I mean, pretty positive. So what you're saying, Chiva, is that San Diego FC will make the MLS Cup final.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying then? You're saying that they lose to LAFC is what you're saying. Got it.
I think they lose in the Western Conference Finals to LAFC.
Oof.
Yes.
Your LA is showing, bro.
Press the sounder. Chiva thinks they'll lose. Which, if you go by,
too.
if
You think they'll lose before?
yeah, that's true. You go by a prediction, so
I'm
maybe
always wrong.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
How in
maybe
the
it's
hell
great.
am I the positive one and says that they'll make it then?
To the Western Conference final. Yeah, maybe I'm being a little hard on that Seattle game, but also I thought it was Minnesota, so I think that's why I'm like a little bit thrown off by that. But if it was Minnesota, I think they beat Minnesota. Seattle, I just
Let's not
inherently
forget,
have
man,
watched more
like-
games. I think I tend to believe in their play style and just historically how they're coached too. Their coach is really just an awesome coach.
Yeah.
And in a 1 game thing, I think they could eke it out.
I also
Alright.
genuinely believe this city's cursed when it comes to sports.
Well, I'm not just gonna mute you now.
Curses are
Curses are real.
Curses. Speaking of curses, I watched Hocus Pocus for the first time.
first time.
one?
The first one. First time ever.
Like it? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
For the time being, sure. I knew Sarah Jessica Parker was in the movie, but I thought she was the main witch the entire time. I'm like, wow, prosthetics were great in '93. Only to find out that it wasn't her. But now she kind of does look like her, like in real life. Anyway.
Okay. And by the way, for
Sarah
both
Jessica Parker's
conference
face.
finals and conference semifinals, 2 15-minute extra time periods were played. If the score is still tied, penalty kick shootout.
We are winning the Western Conference Cup and MLS Cup versus Iloski.
Whoa. In Philadelphia as well, by the way.
Yeah, that would be Philadelphia.
So
You
let's
guys
look
would
at the
prefer to
Supporters Shield
play
standings.
Iloski in Philadelphia over Messi in Miami?
We didn't say that. That's who Esteban believes will win in the Eastern Conference.
Did you just put words in my mouth?
All I'm going to tell people is the flights are cheaper to Miami than Philadelphia.
Do you think the hotels are cheaper in Miami?
Yeah, there's more hotels.
Oye, me
too.
chico,
You know how expensive it is to go to the East Coast? Pretty pricey.
Okay, Japan.
I haven't been to the East Coast in quite
You know
a
how
while.
cheap Japan is?
Japan's cheap.
And
Japan might be
cheap.
cheaper than going to the East Coast,
Yeah.
honestly.
and low-key racist. Historically accurate.
Anyways.
It's everywhere. We're living in America. dude. Come
dude.
on. Historically racist.
In America.
Historically.
America.
Everyone, we're all historically racist, man.
It's
Come on.
wunderbar. How much are game tickets going to be?
Huevo y medio.
Yeah, they're going to be a lot. They're going to be a lot. All right. So, yeah. So, obviously, Philadelphia winning the Supporter Shield. They get home field advantage wherever they may roam. In their hearts, who high lives. Cincinnati, Miami. So, it wouldn't be at Snapdragon Stadium against Miami.
Be in Miami, yeah.
It would be in Miami.
Technically, they
so-
don't even play in Miami, by the way. They play in like Fort Lauderdale.
At this point, it's like the cities attached to the teams don't make sense. The Santa Clarita 49ers, the
Mission Valley FC.
Inglewood Rams, which actually sounds pretty hard. The Inglewood Chargers,
We should call them Mission Valley FC.
Mission Valley FC.
Yeah.
There was a question earlier on Instagram. So we're like, who's the best one? Rebels FC, Chula Vista FC, Albion. SD Inter is the only answer there. Your girlfriend's favorite soccer team.
El Cajon
Buffalo
FC?
Bills actually does that and sounds pretty badass. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't pick up what you were putting down. I apologize for that. I'm gonna talk Miami
Or Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's the most
Vámonos a
whack
Cincinnati.
location out of those three.
Let's go to Ohio, guys.
That's to the center of our country. Ohio's a cool state, I imagine.
I imagine. No, fuck. There's probably nothing there.
Ohio State.
You couldn't pay me to go to Ohio.
Let's hear from head coach Mikey Varas.
Cleveland, you don't want to see where LeBron was born, the greatest basketball player of all time?
Nah,
That's
I'm
a
good.
weird pronunciation of Magic Johnson.
I like that. Magic Johnson. Great.
I'd rather go
Kareem
to Philly,
mine,
where the
honestly.
greatest basketball player of all time grew up, Kobe Bryant.
He was decent.
Simon.
Probably, if we were 2 numbers,
Probably top 5. Kobe, probably top 5. Wilt Chamberlain,
SanDiego.Basketball.
SanDiego.Futbol, basketball, Los Clippers.
There's a 2 balls and a mic logo that has 2 basketballs instead of soccer balls.
Yeah, there is. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and we spoke with head coach Mikey Varas after this historic victory season. Excellent stuff from Mikey Varas. And we'll address a little bit of the comments, the elephant in the room of one Chucky Lozano.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again, and now we're with head coach Mikey Varas. Mikey, just to start you off, amazing closeout of the season. Tell us your thoughts on tonight's result, and if you can give us a balance of the overall season.
Yeah, I think, like I said, right after the game, these guys did something unbelievable, not just tonight, but from the beginning. Amount of commitment and quality and sacrifice, humility that they've shown. But tonight, I think there were moments where the team was just unbelievable. And we showed that away, home, we are who we are. And we always go after the game, and we always believe in the best. And then as overall, it's a moment to celebrate. I hope all of San Diego feels it, because these moments are never guaranteed to you in life, and they're not easy to come by. And I think we said we wanted to be a reflection of the community, and we really meant it. And that's about putting in hard work and being creative and taking risks. And making a lot of sacrifice, and really proud of these guys, really proud of the staff, everybody who's involved, really proud of the fans. You know, they've been with us since day one. They were in big numbers here. All of our partners. Is just an incredibly humbling project to be a part of. And now we ask ourselves, what now? Because we're hungry for more.
We'll go to questions from Tony, and then we'll be followed by Karthik.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mikey, on a fantastic season. Could you just go ahead and walk me through the game where you saw Pellegrino on the left and then Bear doing a great job up top as well? What is this team preparing itself for now in playoffs, and what are you seeing from the players now as you are ready to choose your first 11 in playoffs?
Yeah, nothing changes. I mean, I think our super strength is we've kind of decided who we wanted to be from day one, and we've just stuck to it. And so staying consistent is really important. Training well, training matters. Every single training will be really important. And just making sure we do everything we can from a process standpoint to put ourselves in the best position to win games. And that's all you can do. We want to have a no regret mentality. And that's how we started the preseason, and that's how we'll continue going. And then in terms of these 2 guys who have integrated a little bit later than other guys, I think they've done a great job and started hitting a little bit of rhythm recently, especially Pele, making some massive plays for us. But we have a big squad. This is something I told the boys yesterday when we had to talk about the roster, and we got good players out of the roster. We got good players on the bench who don't get to play, and that's an amazing feeling for a coach, because it means that we have a competitive environment, and they push each other in all the right ways. And I just love being part of the project.
And then at the end of the final whistle, you were standing to the side watching your group of players gather around for the results of the Vancouver match. What was going through your mind as you're seeing this group of individuals who you've fought with alongside this entire season just enjoy that moment?
I'm just thankful to be a part of the project, and just contributing in any way that I can. And but I feel the same way about the players as I do every staff member, everybody part of the business team, the fans that show up every single game. and just the broader San Diego community. Like, it's just a wonderful project and community to be a part of, and I just feel very fortunate to be here.
Thank you for your time. Congratulations again.
Celebrate these moments in life. They're milestones that nobody can take away from these guys and every single staff member, and every single fan. You can't take that away from us. And so it's about celebrating these accomplishments, resting, recovering, and then getting back in. So right now it's about celebrating. It's an amazing feeling in the locker room right now.
Awesome. And then the second one, Chucky didn't come on this trip. It doesn't look like didn't play. What's his update?
Yeah, we had a situation that we're dealing with internally, yeah, we'll take it week by week.
We have
We'll go to Spanish. Alejandro, go ahead.
well, we won't need
Doesn't
to hear
matter
it.
there.
Doesn't matter there.
Wow, what?
The
Spanish doesn't
biggest-
matter?
Nope, does not matter.
Because it was the same thing that he said in English.
But all right, let's kind of dissect a little bit. The thing about Mike.
Great job by Karthik to ask the question needed to be asked.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna go next. Yeah, that's why I was like, go, because you were gonna
be in
supposed to ask
Spanish,
it.
and I was gonna ask that in Spanish, but
But shout out to Karthik again for getting that out there. But all right, this is the
It's an amazing.
It doesn't look like didn't play. What's his update?
Yeah, we had a situation that we're dealing with internally, yeah, we'll take it week by week.
this can mean everything and absolutely anything,
Or nothing.
or nothing.
no, it's
Everything?
something. Has to be something.
Well, Mikey Vara said there was a situation, so for sure, an event, a catalyst, something happened for him not to be there.
Situation's different than incident too.
True, there's an accident, incident,
Mhm.
different kind of version,
Situation.
situation. Let us know what you guys think in here in the comments. Yeah, we have a situation. Last time he said something like this was when Iloski was out the door. Mikey's not necessarily, I don't want to say to a fault, like I'm great, but he's honest and he doesn't sugarcoat things. And
I mean,
direct, yeah, go for it.
there's the ability for him to just no comment this as well. Has he ever no commented a question? I don't.
Probably my fourth time asking about VAR.
Yeah, that's probably the last.
Maybe.
Yeah, the no comment thing. But yeah, it's definitely something for him to say. Yep, the situation internally, they're dealing with it week to week. My first thought is like, oh, probably you away with the national team, things like that happen. Wouldn't have been surprised if he didn't play any minutes but was on the bench, But to outwardly say dealing with it internally. What are you dealing with internally? What is going on? What is happening? It leaves a lot of questions that I think people have, which is completely fair and valid. And I think people are going to ask those questions come next time Mikey Vadas is available to media.
Yeah, and that's going to be later on this week. And for sure, I do have a couple of sources, though.
Oh, not that one. Which one was it?
Great sources.
Damn it.
Good. I love that, actually. You know what? That's the new soundboard for that one. Where a couple of sources confirm that this is a situation for sure. But it does have to kind of be on the side of a disciplinary side of a team aspect, I guess. So what the actual event, what the actual
situation,
or situation was,
Wait,
it's
the
not necessarily
comments are
clear.
winning right now. Fairy Godmother, who's your source thinker?
I ruined that.
Thanks,
Damn.
Abe.
It comes from so you're telling us that your sources. You can. How about you tell us what the sources say, and then Shiva and I react. So disciplinary. This is for disciplinary reasons that he was not with the team.
Correct. Disciplinary reasons,
According to your sources.
according to a couple sources, that's kind of where this led to this decision. It's an internal thing. They're dealing with it internally, but does that make it feel any better than, hey, it's an injury? Because there was a moment where people were pointing out that in the Mexico game, he came out hobbling off.
Yeah, he comes out hobbling off every game.
That's true.
That's very true.
If it's a disciplinary thing, two things come to mind. one, he did that interview with Faitelson,
Mhm.
where Faitelson asked Chucky Lozano, hey, if Chivas or America asked you to go with them right now, would you say no? And he did say he wouldn't want to close any doors.
Yeah.
And that also gets a reaction when players speak like that.
Mhm.
If you're San Diego FC, you're absolutely delusional if you think Chucky Lozano is going to retire in San Diego FC. He has every right to say, I'm not going to close any doors.
Everybody has
They
every right to
also-
say that.
Didn't you ask him that question?
I asked him that his first press conference ever, if this is the club, his last club, and he said the same thing. Like, don't close any doors, and I'm here now.
Mhm. Which he didn't say to Faitelson. Hey, I'm here in San Diego FC. I'm making a playoff push. I'm actually focused on the team here. And that's my answer to that.
He said he wouldn't close any doors. Like, if he would have said the words like, "Oh, that's like, yes, I'm."
So
down,
is that
like,
enough to earn him a sit your ass
No.
down, don't travel to Portland?
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think that's what it is.
But
What
what if it was? Then what does that speak on the club?
Yeah, but I don't think that's what
Yeah, I
it
don't
is.
think
I
so
think
either.
that's speculation. What I think is
Everything is
more,
speculation.
what I would speculate, which this is all without sources, just me thinking, is he was away with the national team and might have wanted specific things and said maybe through him or through agents and been like, hey, I want to be used this way for this game
Mhm.
because I'm coming back from time with the national team. And before I left for the national team, I was subbed out at the 45th minute, which I don't think any player would like that.
Yeah, no.
So I would presume that maybe there were certain things being said, like, hey, I want this to happen. And the team said, no, you
Yeah.
can't. And drew that line in the sand for a star player to say, no player can tell us what to do. That's complete speculation on my part.
Yeah.
That seems like what I would presume would be something that would garner disciplinary action. But we also don't know what's happening on the field or in these conversations, in these back rooms and stuff.
Can I go with my speculation?
Yeah.
Wait, to answer this comment, that's not it. Mikey's has said that they're going to go all out every single game. If
Mhm.
that's the case, then you would probably want to rest Dreyer over Chucky.
And he would be on the injury list too.
Then he would have to be on an injury list for sure.
My speculation is if Chucky did come back to San Diego, right? If he made it back, I don't think anyone's seen him in San Diego since.
Hasn't been on social media. in a while.
Was he at training?
Like in the videos, the training videos.
Was he at training? Can you recall before? During
I
the midweek?
wasn't looking super hard for him. I'm trying to think if I saw him or not. I don't remember seeing him or not seeing him, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, my speculation, if he is back
100%.
at training and you take him out of the 45th minute, he just played with Mexico, he may have made some comments during training that coaches may not have liked or not respectful comments and thinking he's above the club.
And this happens across
and it
all
happens.
teams. It's happened so many different times.
And Mikey
especially
said-
with star players.
And Mikey said, "You know what, dude? It's getting to your head. Like you're not above the club. I'm gonna send this message." And then Chucky goes on Instagram and posts, "It's more than just one club. Like blah 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 blah." It's kind of like that apology right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did. Yeah, he said, all for one and one for all, Three Musketeers.
But also, sometimes these type of things might be handled by social media managers, PR people, things of that nature.
For
So
sure.
I'm not sure. I trust less and less specific Instagrams and like tweets and things of that nature, unless it's like a player that's known to be always tweeting and always posting on social media. And I don't think I consider Chucky one of those players.
I would also rule out partying with Mexico and hotels or anything
Yeah.
like that. He's not. Based on his.
He's a family
career,
man.
Yeah, he's not that type of player.
Usually we hear about it when there's those type
Marco
of
Fabian
players.
is not in the selección anymore. Like Gulli Peña's not there anymore.
Check out the Empire Strikers playing San Diego Sockers on their opening night if you want to check out Marco Fabian, I guess.
So I think that's what it is. Tony, do you have any speculations?
I mean, my sources also point out to it not necessarily being an injury. It's again that disciplinary side of things where we're not in training, we're not in these planes flying, the dynamics, but it wasn't a decision that was made because of Chucky. It was made for Chucky, and that's just what it is. And
what do you mean by made for Chucky?
Like it wasn't one of those, I'm not going to play over there.
No,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna play."
yeah. Like, no, let me, I'm going to make the choice for you. You're not going to travel. Let's go ahead and take our time. At the end of the day, what's the worst that happens? We rest you for a day. We rest you for a match day. We don't need you. We can
we
get
had to
it
clinch
done.
the playoff spot, yeah.
We have to clinch. We have everything ready. Pellegrino is going to go ahead and get some minutes. Baird opens up a different situation. This is an opportunity for Mikey Varas to go ahead and now try something new. And there you go. And will we see Chucky Lozano? Because the thing is, he was one away from a suspension.
Doesn't that end at the end of the regular season though?
That
wouldn't transfer over to the playoffs, I don't think.
I don't know. We didn't know it receded. So.
It didn't recede. We were right about that.
Yeah, we were.
The
one thing that concerns people through this is that
what's his update?
Yeah, we had a situation that we're dealing with internally, yeah, we'll take it week by week.
Week by week.
Week by week.
Like making it like day by day, week by week. Again, people were looking into that. Like, we did clip it, but because it was interesting.
What's more concerning, day by day or week by week?
Week by week, for sure. There's not a lot of weeks left. There's more days than weeks left. So, in the grand scheme of things, you want to make sure that you have your best out there, and San Diego FC needs to have Chucky Lozano available. And whatever the reason is,
that's what I'm thinking. That could have been it too. That he didn't come back from the national team
on time. Chucky's low-key a big crybaby que se deje de mamadas el vato. I mean, look, again, the frustration boiling over on the field, clearly against San Jose, it affected the team. The next game in Houston, it affected the team a little bit when he wasn't scoring through Pellegrino in. And I think that's the biggest thing too. Like, even if Chucky is like to disagree with anything, whether it's decisions, whether it's time, play time, whether it's position, like the team itself has an answer and it's working with Pellegrino. So it's like, that's the worst case scenario for Chucky. Whatever it is, it's like, well, the guy that replaced you is kind of doing good. So that's the hot hand. So a lot of speculation. To be fair, it also repeated the answer word for word in Spanish. Yeah. So people who are suggesting that Varas wasn't intentional with his words aren't paying attention. Yeah. So Alejandro Guzman asked him in Spanish too. Just kind of, wait, what was up with that? So that was the response, intentional. So take that with how you will. I'll tell you this much. Just in general, like at the beginning of this season, we were actually contacted by the club because our reporting, quote, hurt the team. Sorry for SDFC for hurting the team.
That reporters are allowed to report,
and
shouldn't be sorry about that.
I'm not sorry about that because clearly the hurt the team placed them in first place for the West. So sorry for hurting the team, but that's what we do.
If anything, dude, that could have your reporting there could have led to Milanowski. Like, there's a whole ripple effect, snowball thing. If you really want to do if you looking back on the story of the season, I think if they were to make a documentary years in the future, you would be on the documentary.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
You know what I mean? They always interview the one journalist that's got like the glasses and is old and is kind of like, man, I've been covering San Diego soccer for years.
The old grump.
You know what I'm talking about? That's always in those documentaries and stuff. And then it's like, and then at the end of the season, there was a situation with Chucky Lozano. And then you hear the person off mic, like, so what happened with Chucky at the end of the season? And then like you just hear a big sigh from like,
well,
you know what I'm talking about?
It starts with Corey Hertz talking San Diego loyal.
it's a Ken Burns documentary. Where I'll tell you, I was there in 2021 when the soccer movement really started, but it wasn't until 25 where MLS really came in and showed us little guppies here in San Diego what soccer's really about. I don't know where that accent came from, but that's on the documentary.
Tony is definitely Bernstein, by the way. He's not Bob Woodward.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's all the comment. Who's playing Chiva in the mockumentary? Who would play you?
Well, someone with an accent.
I mean, that's easy. I mean, Dr. House is British, so nothing in this world is real. So, okay. Did you know that? Hugh Laurie was Brit?
No, I did not.
Dr. House is British?
I don't even know who Dr. House is, if I'm completely honest. Sounds like it's before my time.
It 100% was, but wow, that's just hurts actually.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo for Chiva.
There's Danny Trejo interviewing fake Mikey Varas.
Hey, where's my boy Chucky at? Where'd you put Chucky at? Hey, where's Marcus Varson, huh? I heard he got injured. All right.
Andres Reyes is.
Oh, what the Andres Reyes, homie? Pachuco. No, Pachuco. No, that's El Chucky. All right. Diverging. We have a lot to talk about because there is a series of 3. The next time you hear from us, we'll be recapping the first game for San Diego FC in playoffs, which is coming up this Sunday.
And by then, we could completely forget about this whole Chucky.
100%. And this may be a zero factor
going.
unless it keeps going. For sure. So check out the full interview post-match with Yepes Ferskov as well, who complimentary of his team and his efforts. Kind of new to this whole MLS thing. He did say that this is the funnest season he's ever had. Like, just playing professional soccer. Like, it's,
yeah, because he's playing. He was on the bench for FC Northland.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what?
I mean, any team that's winning and winning their conference and playing at a high level all season, and he's a captain too. I'm sure most San Diego FC players would tell you they're having a lot of fun this season. Maybe not Chucky, but
that would actually be
Felipe Esparza for me. Yeah, I mean, we used to have the same hair.
Yeah. You know who Felipe Esparza is?
Yeah.
At this point, dude, that was insensitive, but okay.
That's his name of his podcast, no?
I know what cochinadas. But look at that.
You look like a baby in these pictures. What happened to that hair?
So you're saying
it went away, clearly.
Fuck off. Where is it? That guy. Felipe Esparza.
He's an American.
Yeah, he's an American. I actually got
proof.
Yeah, I actually got that passport stolen, and I'm upset because it was one of my only pictures with that long hair. I know people were alarmed right now when they saw that. Like, what? Can I play Tony in a movie? Philippe, you can play all of us, like on an Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor situation. You can play every character. Cuauhtemoc Blanco as Abe.
Okay.
Faitelson plays Tony. Okay.
That'd be great.
Faitelson
would really like take the role for himself, and I think that would be you would enjoy that.
Yeah,
it's a very unique interpretation.
Yeah, let me see that. Don't put it on camera because you know.
It's my...
Wow. Sentry, you guys get a card. I've been waiting for 2 years for my shit.
Dude, so I completely forgot about this, but I applied for it in like 2019, but I didn't get it until like early 2020 because there was a government shutdown at the time. So it delayed everything. So now there's a government shutdown right now. So if you are applying for a Sentry, it's definitely going to be delayed.
This fool looked like a backup guitar for Mana. Well, I was actually a backup and a backup guitarist and a manager for a band called Interscape, which is actually the name of the song for our next segment. That wallet is too big. You're getting bullied by Gustavo now in the.
Oh, my wallet's too big.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My wallet's got too much in
cash.
it. Sorry. That is the best compliment I could ever get. Your wallet's too big. Sorry.
Hey, do you ever worry about your back, bro? Come on now.
What, people say that, like, is that a real thing? Like, it
is. It actually
messing
is.
with your equilibrium.
I don't because it at least with your it does. Like, but you have to be
okay.
on it for a while.
I guess I'll use some of this money.
Why do we pay you? We don't.
I just like cash.
We don't have to. AI can start doing it.
I'm a cash guy. I don't love paying in card.
Wait, were you really in a band? Yeah, sure. I know 619 Soccer. Guess what? Anything else for San Diego FC right now?
No, that's all. Yeah, playoffs gonna be exciting. Unfortunately, I will be out of town, but you guys will be doing a great job covering it.
Absolutely.
I look forward to watching the coverage from afar, seeing what's happening, seeing what it's like to. I'm gonna try and ask some people in Mexico, what do you think about MLS?
¿Qué? That's a chingadera.
Acá está jugando el Chucky. It's like, oh, did he play this weekend? No, he's fighting with the. No, that's I don't think. I think Chucky Lozano is going to play this weekend, but it's going to be interesting if I have to talk about it.
Yeah, you make your nachos lopsided with that. Sentry's the best card ever. 50 minutes across